Welcome back to Astrophotography for Beginners. Got a couple packages in today, so I'm going to open them up for you guys. One of the packages I got is for my camera. This is a QHY183m. Don't know if you can see that. No. QHY183m. This piece right here is the piece that came in. It got all stripped. This piece right here, see if it'll zoom in. It doesn't want to, apparently. Well, this piece goes onto the camera like this, and it sits right on there, and that's what you use to attach your stuff. So I got a new piece of that, so I'm going to put that on so you guys can see that. And then after that, I'll get to this big package from High Point Scientific that I can't wait to open. So let me put the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to open up this package. So let's see what they sent me. Hopefully they sent me screws, because the screws that I have are a little bit stripped. They will still work, but they are a little bit stripped. And that's just directions. Toss that there. So here's the new piece. So no, they did not send any screws with it. That's okay. Oh, wait. Ha, they did. Awesome. New screws, just what I need. Throw that away. So, as you can see, both of these are the exact same piece, but this one is the new one. So this one will just sit over here. So, the new pieces, new screws. I only need 4 of them. So, if you can see the holes that are in there, I don't know if you can, but so we put the screws. Don't know if that's going to work. But I'll put it on and I'll come back to you guys. Okay, so now I've got a brand new T4 adapter piece on my camera. This camera you guys won't be seeing for probably a couple more months. This is my monochrome camera, and as I said in my first video a few days ago, that I've been having a lot of problems, not specifically with this camera. This is a great camera. It's the QHY183m. Absolutely great camera. It takes phenomenal photos. But I just haven't had much success through my camera and through my telescope, so I've decided to go back to basics for a while, and that is actually where my next package comes into place. So I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to open up my next package. So this is the package that I'm most excited for. Let me move you guys up. There we go. So this package is the one I'm most excited for. Get it open. Put that aside. So This one gives me a code and everything, and then a letter which has my address and everything on it, so I'm not going to show that. So, packaging. Alright, here comes the excitement. So, there it is. This is the QHY CCD. This is a, don't know if you guys can read that. These Nikon cameras suck at focusing. Alright, so this is the QHY183c camera. I decided I'm going to shelf my monochrome camera and its filter wheels for now, since I've been having so many problems with them, and go color. But I didn't want to go back to my DSLR because I live in Phoenix, Arizona, and during summer the heat is absolutely unbearable. Like right now, I believe the temperature is about 103, and it's only April, what, 27th, 26th? I think it's the 27th. So you can only imagine what it's going to hit in July and August. So I'd rather have a cooled camera. Oh, I don't need my cutters. So let's go ahead and unbox this 183C. I'm really excited about this camera. I've been waiting a couple weeks for this thing. I recognize the box. It's the same box that my 163M came in. So this is actually sticky cellophane. Okay, now that that's off. Alright. So it just opens up like this. So I'm trying to get it to where it'll focus in on the box and not me. There we go. So now it's focused in on the box. So there's some wrap or some foam right there. As usual, it always comes with this green card, which tells you where to download all the drivers in Japanese and American. I believe that's Japanese. Correct me if I'm wrong. And here's the excitement. Okay, that works too. So here's the camera and this foam packaging. Let's see if I can get this out. Okay, so let's put that there. So here's the camera. Looks just like my 163. There's the cap. There's the sensor. So I'm really excited for this camera because it's a cooled camera, so I can do my color astrophotography. I haven't been able to get any filters for it yet, so I don't know how that's going to work in my light polluted city, but we will find out. So there's the camera. It's got the guide port right there. That is some sort of connection port. I'm not quite sure what goes in there. I've never had to use it. You got your power right there, which I really like because it has the locking threaded nut on there. It allows you to lock it into place. And then the HDMI or USB 3 port right there. So there's the camera. And then you have in the box several other boxes. I have this box. Let's see what's in there. Okay, so this is half. This is half of the box. So you have this half of the cable. So this is the part of the cable that actually screws into the camera and it tightens right there. The other thing I really like about QHY cameras is it has this piece right here. So this plugs into the rest of the cable, which I'll get to here in a second. And it keeps it from breaking if you trip over it, so it'll just unplug from right here if you trip over it, which is really nice and has saved my butt several times. And then you have this right here, which this is a tube that you put on your camera. So you unscrew this screw right here, and you screw this into there, and then you fill this capsule with I forget what they're called, but they're beads that absorb moisture so you don't get dew on your camera sensor. So there's that. There's another box. So inside this box is a 1.25 inch nose piece adapter, I do believe. In case you're hooking it up via 2.5 inch. So that's kind of cool. I won't be using that. And then this is your standard phone cable type plug-in. I don't know if it's actually a phone cable. I don't even know if most of my audience remembers what phone cables are. I certainly do. So I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. That I won't be using, so I'm just going to leave that in the box and set it aside. I hook up my guide camera through USB. See what else is in here. So here's another box, and I'm pretty sure this is the rest of the power cable. Yes, it is. So this is the carport adapter. I've never actually had to use this. I got this with my 163C or 163M as well. But this is basically the same thing, but it's 12 volt, so it plugs into your cable like so. And then there you go. You have a finished cable that you can run from a 12 volt battery, which I actually will probably be using because I do have, actually right underneath the camera, a 100 amp hour battery case that I've used a couple times, which by the way works absolutely perfectly, and I love it. And here is the last box. So let's see. So here's the rest of the cable. So this is the HD or USB cable to plug it in. So it looks like the camera actually did not come with, it only came with the car adapter, which is fine. I already have an adapter for plugging it into a power strip, which I actually use outside. So this is the camera that I ordered. I'm excited about. I actually do have more things that I'm going to take a video of probably next week. I am getting a Celestron C6, so I will unbox that one, and I'll also be adding a Hyperstar to it, so stay tuned for that, and I will be right back. Okay, so I unboxed the 183C, and I'm going to see if I can't use it tonight. I'll record a video tonight of me getting it set up and starting it, and I'll go through my whole telescope setup that's outside. I actually built my own pier, so I'll show that off to you guys. And then I will try to do first light tonight with this camera. I'll see how it goes. I don't have any light pollution filters, which is going to kind of suck. So I think I'll probably keep the exposure short, probably around 60-second exposures, but I'll do a lot of them. I'm going to see if I can't go for Iris Nebula, which is a nebula that I have never imaged before. So we'll see how that goes. So I'll hook that up tonight and I'll image Iris Nebula. I'll be imaging that with my Skywatcher 100 ED telescope, which I highly recommend to anybody who wants their first telescope. It's a nice, decent focal length to begin with. It's 900 millimeters, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's 900 millimeters. I have a 0.85 reducer that I use for it, so I'll be using that tonight. So there's the unboxing of that. So I will see you guys tonight.